Hi, and welcome back to CoshoctonCountySports.com. I'm Jason West, and I'm joined now by offensive coordinator of the Ridgewood Generals, Jamie McCray. Last year, Ridgewood enjoyed another successful season on the gridiron, going 9-2 with a second-place finish in the Inter-Valley Conference and its sixth straight OHSAA playoff appearance, losing at Portsmouth West. Last year, the Generals were led by a pair of 1,000-yard rushers in Derek Young and Jake Conrad. Conrad returns to the team this year, and a new offense is being unveiled this year. Coach McCray, talk a little bit about the new five-wide receiver look we're going to see a little bit from the Generals.
Well, Jason, in the past we have experimented and ran some four-wide receiver offense. After coaching the Times Reporter East-West All-Star game, talking with the Dover coaches and players, we used their five-wide. We found it was a little bit simpler to count the number of defensive players in the box and a little simpler blocking scheme. So we've experimented with that in the preseason, and so far so good. I don't think we'll be in that primarily. I think we're primarily still a running team, and we don't want to lose that facet of our team, that tough physical style of play. On the other hand, we know that we can't run over everybody like we have in the past, and especially against the good teams on our schedule in the playoffs, where we can't run over them. And this will give us an opportunity to use our skilled players and our team speed.
You talked a little bit about the team speed. Obviously, a state 4x1 team last year with all those kids play football, I believe. Obviously, the number one skill kid that comes up is Jake Conrad. Second team All-Ohioan last year. Is the five-wide set another opportunity for him and other receivers like Colt Landis, Austin Bates, Evan Jones, I know is a tight end that has a promising upside. Is it something to get your athletes in space? Is that the biggest reason for this?
Yeah, and it's a offense that can distribute the ball to them equally. And like I said, we still want to be a running team, but in order to do that, we have to be able to pass the ball. And we spend approximately 50% of our practice time this summer on the passing game, which is a little more than we've done in the past. Yeah, we're excited about all those players you mentioned, plus a few more like Jay McVeigh, a junior who's been a program kid, and he's starting to understand the program and make plays in our scrimmages and practices.
Obviously, you have graduated quite a bit of talent. A lot of offensive linemen especially are gone, in addition to obviously Derek on both sides of the ball. Obviously a new offense, and you touched on it a little bit about not being able to run over teams like you have in the past. So obviously I would say offensive line has maybe been a little bit of a question mark for you guys. Through your scrimmages, how have they looked and improved?
Well, we knew going into the season that we had to replace our whole offensive line, including the tight end. And you know what? We've had some kids that have really stepped up and secured positions in about 3 spots. We have 2 spots where we still have 4 or 5 kids competing for those jobs, and I see that competition ongoing throughout the season. I think we'll play a lot of kids up there, and a lot of kids that will play productively.
You touched a little bit. I know you scrimmaged. The first one was a triangular with Sandusky, St. Mary's, and South Central. You had Danville this past Friday. Overall, how did your scrimmages play out for you?
Well, like I said, we really didn't know what we had this year. We knew we had good skilled kids, and those skilled kids I think have helped carry us so far, helped the linemen develop. It's taken a little bit of pressure off them. We were very successful at Greenwich South Central, both passing the ball and running the ball, which was good to see. Many of these linemen haven't been on the field in a varsity situation, and it was good to see them have some success, feel the success, and feel what it feels like to play successfully. In the Danville scrimmage, I think I don't know if we took a step backwards, but we didn't see the improvement we had seen over the previous week, and we dealt with that yesterday during our film review. The kids seen their mistakes, and I think we have a good week of improvement before Shadyside.
All right, and obviously you mentioned Shadyside, your week 1 opponent. That's a Saturday night, and that's kind of a unique situation this year for Ridgewood. They open with 2 Saturday games. Talk a little bit about Shadyside. What do we know about them, and what are you guys looking for from them?
Well, if it's anything like last year's Shadyside game, don't miss it. Last season was a shootout, and especially for us, I think we won the game 31-28. A lot of points scored on both sides of the ball. We've seen them play twice this year. Very good skilled players once again. Quarterback was a receiver last year. big play type kid, can throw the ball or run the ball. They're developing a younger running back that's looked good at times, and they're much like us in the fact that their offensive and defensive lines need to come together and gel for them to be successful.
Okay, once again, this was Jamie McCray with the Ridgewood Generals. You can catch the Ridgewood Shadyside game Saturday night on CashawtonCountySports.com. Airtime is at 6:40, kickoff is at 7 o'clock.